Previously on Deadbeat Dungeons and Dragons.
Send me in! Fast 7, the most furious! Gnarly wave coming your way, brother!
I now realize the risks and the dangers of going too fast.
Did you cheat?
Absolutely!
That was my backstory. I was trying to find my long-lost kids down here.
Oh yeah, Bradicus would love this. It's beautiful and edible.
Thank God it's blood!
Stay out of Mrs. Cranberry's roseberry bushes. It can be yours. Just reach out and take it.
Remarkably ominous, but okay.
We like to dance. I think they didn't like our mothly appearance.
Seems very vaguely associated.
This is the Underdark, a broken and buried world of forgotten things. A place where light is as precious as it is delicate. Kia ora koto. Welcome to Deadbeat Dungeons and Dragons, the only D&D podcast where the setting has daddy issues. I am your dastardly dungeon master, Zed Moore. Wait, sorry.
I win!
Whoa!
You forgot, you fool!
Zed Moore.
Dick.
Dick!
Oh no!
Dick
There
dastardly!
needs to be more dick.
I'm the winner in this situation.
I've been outsmarted yet again.
It's true, this is my long-term plan.
Outsmarted by a lack of dick.
And with our and with me, as always, are three Dick Dastardly heroes. I'm flipping it on you.
Oh,
First up, we have our tabaxi fighter, Rachel Anastasi.
Whoa, what about that psychotropic business we did last time? I'm still recovering.
And our human wizard, Tom Jarvis.
It's me, Bradicus, the Illuminated.
And finally, our half-elf warlock, Torben Klausen.
oh, hello, bloody. Well, nice to be endowed with the Dick Dastardly. Well endowed, if I do say so
Welcome,
myself.
Oh my goodness, Alandy.
You're all
Of course,
endowed.
I hear that.
I want to hear that
I had
about
such
you.
a brief moment of triumph.
Yeah, you can't out-dick
You can't
Dastardly.
Listen, watch me, man. Watch me. Watch me out, dick
Dick
you.
the Dastardly.
With my plentiful dicks.
Man, it's good to be back. We haven't
Hell
recorded in
yeah.
a while. I am excited.
I can't wait to cast all of my light-based spells.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Oh, what kind of spells is everybody excited to cast this session? What kind of light-based spells?
I'm going to be casting left, right, and center. We're going to be casting pyrotechnics.
Yeah, nice.
Absolute killer.
You better have a bonfire for that.
I'm going to light one. And it'll light this place up. It'll be beautiful. It'll be good.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Just you wait. Maybe even a little just light cantrip.
A little light.
It says it in the name.
That's true.
I'm really excited to try it. One of my new spells.
Yeah.
It's called Eldritch Blast.
Whoa, what does that one do?
I can explain. Let's get a coffee sometime. We can talk about it.
You know, you always want to see the classics. You don't want people
Yeah.
bringing out new shit. You
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
the
get rid of that.
classics.
I hate change. Yeah.
Nobody should take new spells when you next level up.
Yeah.
It's true.
I
I think
won't.
that would be good for the balance.
Yeah, I think so too.
Watch the space. Maverick over here. Go on.
Well, let's jump into it. I have some character questions for everybody today.
Okay.
To
I'm
get
already
people
embodying
Pumped. Bradicus. He's here. He's punching the shit out of Torben.
Take that, you bastard!
Oh my god.
Send me back!
It's so violent. Torben, do what he says.
Torben, we need Alendi.
Oh, Silkenweb's here as well.
Dead, I think.
Silkenweb's stabbing the shit out of friggin' Tom.
Oh no!
Oh
This
my
is a
god.
disaster.
This is
Take that, you
terrifying.
skinny old
Police are
man.
here.
The police and they're here to they're not here to help at all. They're just doing police brutality on me. Rachel's the only one unscathed.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Oh, okay. Well,
What a great bit.
yeah, that was a good bit. We can actually skip the character questions. We don't need
Oh
to do
yeah,
it.
That was
I need to recap.
That was good. That was
Round of
better.
applause. We
Nice.
can wrap up, I think.
Wow, that was quick. Let's go.
Character questions.
yeah.
Now, Torben, last time I used this to really just lay into you.
Yeah.
And so don't worry.
Oh yeah.
I'm-
Is this an apology for that?
This is an apology for that.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That's all right.
don't worry. I'm going to leave you to last so that you have plenty of time to, prepare a good answer.
Cool, thank
and
you.
I won't try to fuck with you at all.
Yeah, it's not
Thanks.
a difficult question, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
A well thought out,
An
easy question.
Question, yeah.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That sounds like a trap. I don't.
So
Surely not.
let's start with you, Tom.
Yeah.
Getting into the mind of Bradicus the
Oh my
Wise.
god, it's awful.
Terrible.
I'm in pain, I think.
You're suffering.
Suffering.
It's perfect. Use it.
Everything is glowing.
Question for you.
Yes.
It's a pretty simple one. What is something that Bradicus wants?
What does he want?
What does he want?
Ooh. Honestly, great question. I think Bradicus is looking to find. This is maybe a bit of a deep answer to a very simple question, but I think Bradicus is out. He's hunting for a little bit of purpose. A little bit of purpose in life.
Yeah.
He's lived a long time. He's partied hard, but he hasn't done a whole lot. So this is an opportunity to go off into the unknown, explore some dark places.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, very good. Nice. Close.
Bring some light into the darkness.
Oh, nice.
okay.
Yes.
Illuminate
Yes.
his future.
Oh, yeah. One more.
No.
Okay.
I think I've said enough. I'm
Nice.
gonna leave you
In the dark.
in
I was
That's
gonna say
incredible.
something, but I had nothing.
That's really good stuff.
Ooh, brighten your potential.
that's good.
Anyway, go on.
Well, Rachel,
Yes, hi.
we move on to you next. Getting into the mind of Silkenweb,
You could say our rising star.
the rising star. Think about her backstory and her journey that she's on, the people that she's met along the way. Same question. What does Silkenweb want?
I think Silkenweb is yet to discover that she wants revenge.
Ooh. So this is like a
Revenge.
nagging sensation, maybe something
I
in
think
the back
it's
of her
latent.
mind.
Yeah. I think it's like subconscious.
Something she
Because-
hasn't processed yet.
Yeah, exactly. Because it hasn't really, like, she wasn't raised in a sort of an aggressive or war-like environment. It was very calm,
Bodyguard
very,
school.
yeah, very chill. Like
Yeah.
there's not a lot going on in the stacks of books. Like it's pretty chill. And, obviously there's a bit of bickering. You get that with wizards, bickering.
Typical.
I know. Well,
Those wizards.
yeah,
They're
those
the
wizards.
worst.
Every time.
I hate
But
wizards.
yeah, I think it's gonna. We know that Silkenweb had that sort of visceral response to seeing
The lodge.
the
the
lodge
hunters.
show up. Yeah.
Yeah, this is an
Yellow Seed,
organization that potentially was responsible for the eradication of your people.
Yeah. So I want to see
crazy.
like that anger show up, you know, and then that ambition towards revenge.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a well thought out response.
Good stuff.
Thanks. I thought about it 2 seconds ago.
Wow.
I'm a quick thinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torben, you've had a while to think about your
Yeah.
answer to the question.
Yep.
Torben, getting your mind into the headspace.
Yep. I'm there.
Could you give me 2 to 3 causes and consequences of the Abyssinia crisis? It's just like a simple sort
Yeah.
of character question.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
You mean
it's
you
quite
didn't
easy.
study?
Can
I sent you an email.
when did you send me that email?
I just sent it to you about a week ago.
Oh, I could, I'll just tell you what Alandi wants. Okay.
Fine. As long as you send me a 3,000 word essay on the Abyssinia crisis in
3,000
the
pages?
context of World War II.
When is this due?
When is this due?
Yeah.
This is due by next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Yeah.
I've got so much on.
Well, now you're
so
going to have to
many
cancel
classes.
some stuff.
No.
As long as it's not our rehearsal
Yeah.
or any recordings.
Oh, it might be. I've got a lot on.
Well, that's a shame.
Hey, pay me. And
You
I'll do
had
it
so
for you.
long to think about it as well. Like me and Rachel, we
I
talked
don't
about.
remember.
These
You
guys-
talked about
Yeah.
These guys had great answers too,
Yeah.
both of them. Deep answers.
Wow.
And then you couldn't even give me one thesis
Okay,
statement?
I'll get-
One reason.
I can give
Abyssinia?
a reason.
Do you even know what Abyssinia is?
Yeah.
Obviously.
It was war. African country.
Anyway, we can move on. What is something that Alandi wants?
What does Alandi want? Well, what does he want? He wants to return to his family, proud and able to rejoin them, and not feel guilty about all the time that he spent away.
so you're like, it's a sunk cost fallacy where you've left for so long that you need for it to be for a really good reason.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Justify it.
I want to go back, but also I want to maybe just leave it till later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, in a way, you're kind of looking for a purpose as well, although a more short-term one.
Yeah, just a short-term
purpose.
Yeah.
Get
quick
some
purpose.
get some street cred so you can go back
Yeah.
a hero.
Yeah.
Nice. I guess you want to make your family proud.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Awesome. Well, now that you guys are all in the headspace of a level 2 history social studies student, preparing for an exam on the Abyssinia crisis, let's launch into the recap. So, last session, the party plunged ass first into the abyss. Brad, Andy, and Webb sped down a subterranean river in a thrilling race to the bottom. I really hope I never have to say subterranean river ever again after this arc. Evading spiders, ghosts, spores, and elementals as they go, Bradicus rocketed down the slide in true Fast X fashion, shattering only one bone.
Oh, wow.
A PB of sorts. You all emerged into a free fall that seemed to last impossibly long. As you fell, you observed ruins from ancient worlds and spirits that took the form of lanterns. Bradicus cast Featherfall, and you all landed in relative safety. I say relative because Brad and Andy ended up face planting into a nightmare lake that offered your deepest desires at the small cost of drowning. Seems like a sweet deal.
Yeah.
Great deal.
Fortunately, you made it to solid ground, and in fact, Bradicus made a new friend along the way.
Ooh.
An animated head named Greg? Graham? Something with a G. Gary?
Gary.
It feels like Gary.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Along with Root, you headed deeper underground and eventually arrived at a village called Dusty Hollow. Kindly moth people who cultivate bioluminescent plants explained that the Fragwana is an area that cannot be penetrated by light. You were given a jar filled with rare glowing insects and told to push ahead. And push ahead you shall. But first, last session I did speed through the end a little bit, but I do want to kind of clearly define what you're doing a little bit at the beginning of this episode. This area that you're in is kind of like an underground ecosystem. And these moth people, they like cultivate these bioluminescent plants, but there's sort of an antagonist species of plants that consumes and destroys light. And that is where you are headed. And these little bugs are a part of that ecosystem. And they release
Super light.
spores that, well, kind of, yeah. They release spores that actively fight back against this darkness and sort of consume it slightly faster than the darkness kills them. And so the light being emitted from these bugs is sort of like in a bit of a war of sorts, which creates this kind of like flickering dynamic light. And these bugs are also a part of the same ecosystem that the Fragwana is. You don't really know that much about it, but you know that it is some kind of plant life or life. And so theoretically, these bugs pollinate or engage with it in some way. And so they're drawn to it. So you sort of have a little bit of a light source and a compass.
We've got a jar of light bees.
You get a jar of light bees.
And they're so light.
They're so
Wow.
light.
Who's got the jar?
You do.
I thought so, but I couldn't remember.
Give it a shake.
No.
But
No.
short of that, pretty much any light, even arcane light, is going to be destroyed faster than it's able to emit light.
Right.
This arcane light, though.
Except for potentially like a high level, like a light spell might do it. The cave wall creates this sort of arch, and beyond it is just complete, untouched
Oh,
blackness.
scary.
Yeah, sort of looks like a bit of an open mouth, just
Oh, no.
ready to chomp ya.
Just like Gary.
Does our moth friend who's sending us off have a name?
It was Mrs. Rosewood or something. Mrs. Rosebush?
Cranberry, I
right.
think.
Yeah.
Right.
Miss Cranberry, and she grows
Grows
roseberry
roseberry
bushes.
bushes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Miss Cranberry.
How could I forget?
Wow.
Hello.
There she is.
Need any more help from me before you go?
Yeah.
Be careful with my little bugs.
Shake the jar.
What should we do if, hypothetically, say we're in the
Yes.
dark
Yes.
and we're afraid
Yes.
of the
Oh,
unknown?
you should be afraid.
All right.
I hear little footsteps coming from in there.
Yeah, so if there's like footsteps or maybe something brushes against you that you can't see, or you feel hot breath on the
Run.
back of your neck.
If I were you, I would fly away.
I can't fly.
You can't fly?
No.
I can fly.
Okay, well, good for you.
That's what I would do. You asked what I would do.
Yes,
and
you're
I would
right.
fly.
I also have a
my
question,
fault.
please. What? How long would this light in this jar last? In that abyss?
Oh, I assume at least a couple hours.
Oh,
Well, it's plenty of time.
all right. Okay, thank you. Good to know,
I don't-
at least,
I don't-
right?
Huh?
That's pretty good to know.
I've only ever gone in for a few minutes.
This'll
Okay.
I get too scared. I
How
fly away.
long would you say we would need to be in there until we might find the Fragwana?
I definitely know the answer to that question.
It can't be more than
Wait.
15 minutes for sure.
It can't be more than
surely.
15.
Probably
Yeah.
around 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
My perception of time is very off down here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's also very good to know.
I just like to cultivate my little bushes.
How old are you?
I don't know, 1,000?
Very vague.
Could be 1,000, could be 6.
Oh. What did
It's a large degree of variance.
What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday? Oh, it seems like it was only yesterday that I was planting my bushes
No, those are fully
for the
grown now.
Crimson Sun Empire. Is that still around?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Crimson Sun Empire.
If you find my daughter in there, tell her she's grounded.
She's grounded.
Yeah.
All right, that
gotta
sounds
have-
fine, I think.
We could like bring her out.
Oh, that's even better.
All right. Well, let's get in there. Should we?
Onwards.
Do you want to like hold hands with each other? when
Oh,
we're in there?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Or like maybe we should have a bit of rope and tie it to each other's waists.
That's
because
also
like the
a really
holding
good
hands.
idea.
the hands.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Let's hold hands. But what if one of us
up.
needs to let go to like maybe someone's overalls fall down and they need to hitch them back up.
I
you
can't
want me to yell?
possibly see a situation where any of us would need to let go.
Okay. And do you want to be in the middle, Silkenweb, or at the front since you got the light?
The front.
All right. And then I'll go, and then Bradicus, maybe you go, and then I'll be in the back so I can.
That
Yeah.
sounds good. That way we won't lose Bradicus.
Bradicus will be tied to 2 people then, which I
Yeah.
think is the safest thing
Yeah.
for everyone.
I have no idea what you mean.
So we're going to tie a rope around Silkenweb, and then tie that rope around your waist, and then also tie that rope around my waist. So we're in like a 3 in a line.
And we still get to hold hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So
Yeah.
you guys are all tied together. Silkenweb, you're at the front, and you head into the darkness.
Oh, it's dark in here.
As you enter this shadow, everything goes away. And then, after a few seconds, you adjust to this jar. Now, the light that this emits is very, very small. Silkenweb, you're at the front. You guys can't see anything except for pretty much just Silkenweb's hands holding the jar.
Jeez.
In the darkness, your brains attempt to fill in the gaps in information. Murky shapes twist and dance in the empty space, like waking dreams. The darkness presses against you, holding you in a sinister embrace. Silkenweb, you have been chosen as the bearer of the light. In the oppressive darkness, you come to realize the weight of this responsibility. You stand as the sole guardian against a frightening abyss that threatens to swallow you all whole. Are you holding the jar with one hand or 2?
Oh, definitely both hands.
Okay.
Except it's like I need to be holding Bradicus's hand at the same time, so it's kind of like
Like a rugby?
crook of like almost like a crook of the elbow.
Swaddled like a baby.
Yeah, kind of like as much as me can grip it, as still as hold on to Bradicus as I possibly can. I think I've got like the 2-finger Bradicus hold, so I can like
That
more
sounds
fingers.
so sketchy. Just like holding the jar with like kind of half a hand.
No, it's more
whilst
like
holding,
a
Bradicus sort of clutching
thumb
onto the side
and
of
middle
it.
finger, whole other hand clutched to the chest. You know, the light's kind of pouring outward like they were a lamp on my chest.
Okay. You can only really see this area around your chest, and people behind you can't really see anything except this faint outline around
So we
your
know
sides.
That's good because that gives us a sense of brightness, right? Okay, so
Bradicus, I'm really sorry, guys. I have to let go of your hand so I can hold this jar out in front of us so it can light our path a little. All right?
Don't worry, I can solve this situation with a simple cantrip.
I wish to
right.
cast light.
Bradicus, you cast light.
Let there be light.
There's a little. Your spells have sort of like an auditory chime with them, right?
Yeah.
Like a little pling. This little pling. You can feel the absence of any light. You feel this sort of warm ripple in the air
Ooh.
as some kind of organism is just moving around you in a way that's just completely imperceptible.
I think if I try again, it'll work this time. I cast light.
Bradicus.
This time you hear this tiny skitter in the distance. Its legs move.
Did you mention that
I
something
think
eats
it's about
light?
to work,
Oh,
guys.
Bradicus, stop casting the fucking spell.
I could feel it. It's one cantrip spell away from me dispelling this darkness.
Bradicus, I don't think it is.
Bradicus, I don't think that's gonna work.
As you cast light, there's this scattering of rocks and movement somewhere in the far distance. And this. And nothing happens.
Bradicus,
Bradicus,
never mind.
please stop casting light.
stop casting
I
light.
think you're feeding whatever we're hearing.
Please, for the love of God,
I
please.
start to slowly raise my hands.
I'm grabbing one of your hands. I'm reaching around and grabbing the other hand, and we're
You're
holding
just-
hands.
You're just walking like that with your hands behind you.
Yep.
Yeah,
I could have
okay.
sworn that the next one would have got it.
Okay, you guys.
That's right, Gary.
Who's holding Gary? Is he in your bag?
He's just kind of attached to my belt.
Oh, like on a lanyard or like a,
Yeah. A
a
lanyard.
carabiner.
I like that
carabiner.
idea better. He's on a
Yeah, he's got
lanyard.
a lanyard and it's like hooked onto your belt. Like,
Silkenweb, as you
yes.
look at the jar, you can see these little bright bees circling around, and they start to sort of bump against the jar in the direction of northeast.
Well, thank God I've got a good sense of direction here.
If I look back, can I see the outside?
No,
Oh.
it's just darkness everywhere.
So, you guys, the bees they're starting to kind of to show us a direction, I think. I think we should follow the bees.
All right. Lead the
we?
way. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Just before we move,
Yep.
just a small thing.
Don't cast light.
What is Bradicus, don't for the love of cat god.
Please.
I think it could be worth it this time.
No.
But also, the bees head towards the Frauena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we get back when we get to the Frauena?
I guess we can go. Oh. We just remember that we went in this direction to go get the Fragwada. And then when we're done, we just do a 180, turn around, just march on out. I think that's pretty much guaranteed to work.
I'm going to start breaking
Wow.
up some bread.
Sure, I don't have
Do you
any
think I don't
bread.
know my way out of here? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
Of course not.
are our footsteps making any marks on the ground?
No. So at the moment, just from the feel, it seems like you're on a hard surface. You could
Like
shine the
rock.
light down at the ground to try and get a better idea of what it is. But at the moment, just through your shoes, you can tell that it feels like rock.
Bradicus, are you breaking up that nice sourdough? Because I was going to have that.
I figured we could maybe breadcrumb this shit.
Yeah, but I was going to have that.
We could have a little bit when we're done, maybe.
But how much is there left? Because I had some for lunch yesterday.
How much sourdough do we have? How much artisan sourdough?
You have like like the crust, like the very hard and like small end piece.
The best part.
The best part of the artisan sourdough.
Yeah.
I also have a question. How many explorers packs do we have between us?
We'll do it one each.
I've
mean,
never explored shit.
You guys have general like adventure stuff on you, like if you need rope or
What about if we made just a trail of our stuff?
just leave your all your possessions, just like dump your clothes
Just
and
the
stuff in
stuff
a
that we
trail?
don't need that much.
Like money.
Like gold pieces. I don't think I've got any.
Do we have any copper pieces?
What if we make little marks on the floor with our knives or something? Bradicus,
Or
you're quite the artistic type.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to draw some symbols?
Some arcane runes.
You've got knives, right?
I'm going to take out my dagger, kneel down, and try very hard to draw a dick on the ground.
All right.
Give me a sleight of hand.
An
roll.
artistic talent check.
Yeah. Are you proficient with art supply, with a chisel?
I think Bradicus is proficient at drawing dicks.
That's true.
Ooh. Sleight of hand, you say?
Yeah.
That's a 23.
23.
Whoa.
Incredible.
Oh, sorry, 22.
This is a vascular penis for sure.
Ooh, which is
I
very
spend
neat.
way too long
He's very neat,
drawing
sorry.
this.
Yeah, you're able to carve this into the rock. It is quite hard rock, but you're able to.
The dicks point the way out.
Wow,
Cool.
Bradicus, I'm so impressed at your artistic ability. What is that you have drawn?
What can I
I've never
say?
seen one of those before.
I'm kind of an artist. An
Oh,
artiste.
I think it's a
Okay.
mushroom.
a mushroom. Huh, that checks out. Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Alendi. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you fungal cave network. Yeah.
No further
Yeah,
questions.
we know it. We know that he likes mushrooms, obviously.
Yeah, Bradicus loves
And it's
mushrooms.
releasing some spores.
Oh, that also checks out. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, airtight.
If I'm holding the jar that close to the ground to get any light, can I even see the ground if I'm holding it while we're walking?
If you're holding it up, you can't see the ground.
Do I
If
have
you're
to hold
holding it
like
towards the
downwards?
ground,
Yeah.
then you can see the ground. You're able to illuminate a small path. It is very difficult to navigate in this darkness.
Okay.
That's right. I'm holding hands with my cool parents.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, it just occurred to me, don't you have a staff?
Yes. And
Can we attach the jar to the staff?
Oh,
And that way we can also feel in front of us?
that'd be so sick.
You absolutely can.
I'm going to be careful.
I'll just put this out there.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose this light,
We're fucked.
you're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
And you're putting the light in a very vulnerable position. The reason I asked if you're going to hold it with one hand or two hands, because that will come into play at some point.
Right.
And so if you were to hold it with no hands, that will also definitely be coming into play. So it's a trade-off. I'll say that if you wanted to do that,
one of
you
the
would-
hands is holding the staff upon which it is attached.
What if we're all holding the staff?
Yes.
If-
Does that count as 3 hands?
Sure. I'll say that
Great questions, you guys.
if you did that, you would have you would be able to light up an area that's further ahead of you, which could potentially be beneficial.
What if we all hold the jar?
nope.
No.
I think if one of us trips over, I think it all falls over.
I just don't trust myself to hold a jar like that. With these big, strong hands, I'm more likely to break it than to help hold it.
I do have grippy pads on my hands, my boys, and I'm slightly more agile, possibly than both of you. So let's work with that for now.
Silkenweb's spinning it like a basketball. She's got
Right,
this.
right. No,
finger,
but,
too.
Listen, we're not necessarily going to go very fast, so we just gotta move. We gotta make a move. You ready to push on, you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah?
15 minutes in and out. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
let's do it.
Let's
Nice.
do it.
So you guys head on. You walk across this stone, lighting the path in front of you. You continue moving. After a while, you come to a point where the ground illuminated by the light seems to drop off. You have no idea of knowing how far the drop off ahead is. It could be a foot or it could be 20 meters.
I'm going to prod the abyss with my staff,
Nice.
That's a great idea, Bradicus.
which Sounds like a euphemism.
You probe the abyss? You
Yes.
prod the abyss?
I prod the abyss with my staff.
You prod the abyss, and you find you hit solid ground like about a foot past where the light is.
Cool.
It's just like a step.
I'm going to take a
Cool.
step, misjudge it, and tumble down.
Yeah, dude. We're all attached.
Bradicus, what happened?
I wasn't going to make you roll because you found a clever way around it, but roll a dexterity save.
Gladly, actually.
Ooh, love a took.
This is easy. This is easy.
Is it easy?
It's
What's the
that
total?
one.
That one. Oh no. All right. So
We just tangled up.
you trip El Andy and Silkenweb. Both of you roll strength saving throws.
10.
19.
19.
The important one.
So Bradicus, you trip over this like tiny little step. You fall down on your face. You pull El Andy with you. Silkenweb, you're able to maintain your footing. So fortunately, you do not have to make a check. But Bradicus,
That could have gone very poorly.
Bradicus and El Andy, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
The heck?
Now, here's how this works. Every time you take a point of damage, Silkenweb, you will have to roll a dexterity save to not drop the orb, and if you do, it will break. Fortunately, you didn't have to take any damage, so you're fine.
Do we have a short rest between the slip and slide and now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all healed up and ready to go.
So Bradicus, you're so oiled up that you slip down this tiny little bank and roll your ankle. LND, you get pulled in after him and sort of you guys clonk heads. Silkenweb, you are able to leap down after them and land solidly holding the orb.
You guys gotta be more careful. At your age, you could really hurt something.
At whose age?
Look,
Bradicus is.
there's a step here.
Oh, great find, Bradicus. I've always said you're very observant.
Thank you. They call me Bradicus, the eagle-eyed, you know.
Oh, I did not.
Look at the eyes.
I can't see
Equally,
anything.
I'm sure.
Neither can I. But that's
Don't
besides
fight
the
back, I can
point.
just hear you. All right. So we can see that we've just taken a step down.
Yes.
Are we trying to now probe for additional steps, or has our path illumination
Thank God that wasn't a
Oh, yeah.
staircase.
Is it a staircase?
From what you can
strategy
see,
working? Yeah.
the path evens out and it continues on as relatively flat
Oh, I have a question about
from
the
the
bees.
like half a meter of visibility you have.
I love that for us. Do the bees get more excited as we get closer to Froggenach?
Well, maybe, but
How
you
was
guys have only gone a few meters.
Look, you don't need to be such a downer, Zed. Like, look, you're really
How
harsh on
excited
me.
do they become with the jar rattling around?
Oh, they become very scared.
Oh, good.
Actually, you see one of them just drops dead from being hit against the side of the jar.
Oh,
Shake the jar.
I don't know.
It'll make more light.
What are you
I'm
doing,
sure of
Zed?
it.
What are you doing?
I'm not gonna shake the jaw, Bradicus. Come on, let's just go.
So I want us
So-
to proceed.
You proceed.
Yes.
How are you holding the orb? Where are you shining the light?
The jar?
The orb.
Well, it's like a spherical
Orbular
jar.
jar.
It's like a beaker type jar.
Like a cookie jar
Yeah.
Ooh, little cork
with the
stuff on
flat
the top.
bottom. Yeah, gotcha.
This is a two-part situation, you guys. I'm holding this jar with two paws.
As you
paws?
should. Yeah.
Yeah.
And holding it towards the ground or
I'm holding it about a hip height, so pretty low.
hip height?
Yeah.
Hip height's not quite low enough to see the ground.
I don't know if my arms go longer than that.
You have to sort of crouch a little.
Oh, okay. I'm
Stoop.
stooping.
Okay, so I've got my knees bent so that I'm holding this closer to the ground, you guys,
Okay.
and we can see the ground a bit. That's good.
So you guys see this little patch of ground. You aim towards it as you walk. Silkenweb, you're at the front. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
8.
With an 8, you are very focused on this patch of ground. You're aiming towards it, treading very carefully, trying not to slip down a bank or fall down a ravine or something. And you walk straight into a branch of a tree.
Like
This is good.
are we talking like
Smacks you straight in the head for 4 damage.
Oh,
I keep rolling high on the d4s.
poked you right in the eye.
You.
Oh,
This hurts.
far out. That was, oh my word.
What is it?
I just got smacked by a something. Maybe a branch? Is there a tree here?
Silken,
Tree?
Silkenweb, after getting hit in the face by some kind of plant, you will need to roll a dexterity saving throw to not drop the orb. Now, anybody here can use any abilities or spells to try and help. The DC for this is only 8. You just need to roll a 4 or higher.
You can do that.
13.
Nice.
I love that little bit.
You get
Dramatic tension.
smacked in the head. You blink for a second. Your hands slip, and you re-grab the jar.
Whoa, you're right. That was a close one.
Shake the jar.
Bradicus. Alandy, can we medicate him? I'm getting...
I'm already on medication.
I think he's already medicated.
Oh yeah.
Eyes
that
as
checks out.
wide as dinner plates.
Yeah.
Still can't see in the dark. It's like, oh.
I would like to just jam a tactical tic tac under my lip.
Oh, yeah?
And prepare an action to take one of them bad boys if I hear anything rush towards us.
Nice.
And I'd also like to put a hand on Silkenweb's shoulder and just be casting guidance, just over and over again,
That's
Wow.
a,
I appreciate that.
in the form of whispering like advice.
that is a good call.
Hey, you're gonna want to watch a step. It's quite dark.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Oh,
Well,
Wow, awkward.
You guys recompose yourselves. Had a little bit of a scare there, but it's fine. The jar's fine.
what I would like, actually, is if somebody could... Maybe Bradicus can hold his staff up. And that way, we might not hit our head again.
Nice.
oh,
Nice.
like a blind man's cane type thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
up for
I'm
tree
just going to-
branches.
I'm just going to stick my cane just slightly above my staff, slightly above her head, and just kind of move it up and down a little
No,
bit.
don't just hold it there. Yeah, yeah. Just hold it there. It doesn't need to be moved around. Just as long as it's about head height, but you're not hitting me in the head.
I'm going to move it around just a little bit.
Now, as you continue on, this is a good strategy. At a certain point, you do notice something, and you realize that there are some more branches. There's some kind of foliage here, and pointing your light at the ground, you can see that there is a kind of moss. You feel as the light goes over it, you can swear you see it like move just a little bit.
Oof.
Oh,
I want to try and collect some.
Try and collect some. You put some in
Yes.
like a jar.
Yes.
No, so yeah, you scoop some into a jar. You can't really see it.
Just kind of like stuff it into a beaker.
Nice.
At one of your dick drawing opportunities.
Yes. Yes.
And you guys continue onwards until you find another significant drop in elevation on the mossy rock. You can't really see beyond it. How would you like to approach?
Bradicus, I think it's time
Stop
to
time.
probe the abyss. Yeah.
I wish to probe the abyss with my staff.
You probe down about like a foot. Don't feel anything.
Oh,
Keep probing. Still don't feel anything. Your staff, how long would you say your staff's like 2 meters?
Yeah.
You get right to the extent of it. Can't really feel anything.
Well, there ain't nothing there.
We can always pivot a little,
If you
right?
if you hold the jar upwards, do the bees go down,
That is an excellent question.
or are the bees heading forwards?
You hold the jar upwards a little, and the bees still continue to go forwards. Doesn't seem like they're trying to go down into this hole.
So the fragwara is ahead, but not below.
Could you say?
We might be able to
Could
go
you
around.
reach? Could you reach forward with your staff and down, forward and down? Like, so is this like a gap, like a crack, or is this a chasm of like unjumpable?
I'm going to prod
With-
my staff into the darkness directly ahead and see
Yeah,
if there's a floor forwards.
You prod ahead, and you don't make contact with anything with your staff.
Oh no!
I think we might have to go around.
I would like to drop, like, I don't know, a rock or something.
We
Just like-
could throw the
yeah?
bees into the abyss to see how far, how deep it
That's
is.
our
know
light,
about that.
Bradicus. It's our light, Bradicus.
we need to hang on to that.
We might need to hang on to it,
I think
Bradicus.
that's a great idea.
Did you say something, Alandi, about a rock?
There's no bad ideas, though. And, you know,
I think it's a great idea. It would give us the perfect gauge as to how deep this chasm is.
yeah, I'll
Or I
check-
could cast light again.
No,
go to gaslight
please
again.
don't do that. Please, please.
Whoa.
You can
Whoa,
feel
whoa.
something perk up in the darkness in anticipation.
I'll toss a rock into the cavern, into the abyss.
Nice. You toss a rock down into the abyss, and only a couple seconds before you can hear a little scattering.
How far do you reckon Bradicus assumes that is?
That's what the perception check's for.
Can I use the air horn thing?
I have that here. The listening horn.
Do you use the listening horn to extra listen?
My God.
Yeah, you want to use the listening horn?
Yeah, I do.
You certainly may, how you are.
So what does that give me advantage?
It gives you super advantage. You get 3 dice, and
You get
roll
3?
No, it does. It does give you advantage on perception checks relying on sound.
That's this.
That's this.
That is this.
That didn't help. That's okay. I got 19.
Yeah, so you can assume that this is roughly 30 feet down. It's pretty deep.
Okay. What if I throw a rock, like, across?
Oh, you're going to huck a rock?
Now lob one forward here.
Yeah, you lob one forwards, and after a couple seconds, you hear it like hit rock and scatter
Ahead of us.
ahead of you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So from that, you can assume that this might be some sort of ravine or crevasse,
Right.
and that there is land on the other side.
And using some projectile physics, assuming the angle of throw and the rough equivalent strength,
Yeah.
as well as taking into account forces like gravity and
The
their
speed of
resistance.
it, yeah.
You're drawing
How
this
far
crazy diagram on the
Do you
floor.
think? How far do you think Bradicus assumes that rock was thrown?
You would assume it's too far to jump.
That's what you were saying.
I have a jump
Bradicus
potion,
is
sir.
alive and powerful.
It's not like a crazy. It's not a crazy distance.
I say that we try go round. However,
Mm-hmm.
if this is not possible,
Yep.
I do have a potential solution.
Okay.
What is it?
What is it?
Bradicus?
I have recently gained the ability to rise from the ground.
Oh, you can fly.
Not quite fly,
Okay.
rise.
Right.
Somewhat levitate.
What I'm saying is I could rise to the assumed roof of this cavern and then pull myself across and then gently lower myself on the other side with the rope
This
and then
sounds
we can
really
use
risky.
this rope
Yeah.
to get you guys across.
This sounds really risky.
That's why
We're
I said
making
I
a
would
lot of
prefer
assumptions.
to go around first.
I do have a way to get one of us over there with the rope attached to them, but it's risky.
And it
So
would have to be the strongest.
yeah,
I've only got a +1. What do you got? Strength? Any?
I'm very strong. -1.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're
-2.
Weak.
You want to arm wrestle? It's all about technique, you know.
Do you really have -2 strength?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is insanely
That
bad.
doesn't
I've only
suit the
got
image in my head
one.
that I have of Andy at all.
I've got a bad back.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, yeah.
Should we just edge along left or right? What do you say, Silkenweb?
Left.
No, I was thinking left.
Locking in left.
What I want is for Bradicus now to be using his staff to feel for the edge.
So I
But
can,
that
like,
means that
run
I'm
the
missing
staff along
a
the
feeling
edge.
of
And you
Oh.
can stay away from the
for-
edge.
So
Yeah.
you can
that's
tell
right. So
where
like,
the edge is.
I
Yeah,
need proximity to the edge, but I now don't have head protect.
but I don't actually have anything that can help.
Can you hold my longbow up?
Yeah, I'll hold
That'll
your
do
long.
it.
Yeah, I'll hold
That's
your
pretty
longbow
long.
out.
Andy
So
is
I'm holding the jaw pretty low
Yeah.
with the bend knees,
Yeah,
holding it low, both hands.
I've got
Yeah.
my hand on Silkenweb's shoulder, and the other hand is holding the longbow in front of Silkenweb.
Okay, nice.
And I'm kind of probing the edge of the
Yeah.
Just to make sure
Nice.
we don't.
crevasse.
Boop, boop.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Bradicus's other hand is in my right pocket.
Yeah.
That's
Because I don't want to
sexy.
be alone.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
Sensible.
I need some art of this formation.
yeah.
So you guys press onwards.
Yeah.
You're seeing along the edge of this crevasse. You're feeling ahead for any potential obstacles or threats. And eventually, you come to a post.
Oh,
A post,
A little post.
like a signpost. Ooh.
Curious.
No,
Oh,
just a little post, and moving the orb up the post, you can see a bit of rope.
is the rope leading off into the darkness?
Yeah.
Okay. Which direction? Towards the crevasse?
Rope,
Yes.
bridge, rope, bridge,
Hmm.
rope.
Okay.
Can we check for a second post?
Yeah, you move around carefully and you see a second post, and now with your light down kind of close to the ground, you see 1.5 planks. And half, I mean, because you can't see the light
Oh.
past.
Okay. And if I like kind of take the longbow and kind of like wiggle it on the plank a bit, it like shakes around.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wiggle around the plank and you hear this and that echoes across, and you feel this momentum as this bridge shakes a little bit.
Oh no.
You
Okay.
guys,
I'm glad
We
I've got
should
Featherfall
probably-
prepared.
we should probably cross this bridge.
Yeah,
Right?
it's not that far, right? We figured it wasn't too far.
We're making good time. It's only been, what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
You guys have been going for about an hour now.
Oh my
oh
god.
no.
Only
Um,
5 minutes or so?
Yeah, you guys are going quite slowly. That's not necessarily an indication
Methodical.
of how far you've come.
Yeah. Right. Well, shall we cross this bridge then?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. So I'm assuming pretty similar formation.
Yeah.
Silkenweb at the front, you guys behind. This is a single file bridge. So you guys are in like a tight single file.
I'm gonna forget about the longbow and stuff. I'm just gonna shorthand. Oh, how unstable is the bridge?
Yeah, I think
Is it
before
like-
we go on the bridge, we strap my longbow because
yeah.
I think that we should have one of us holding onto both sides of. Does this bridge have sides?
This bridge does have
Alright.
ropes to hold on to
Yeah,
on the side.
I
I'm
think
holding
someone
on
should
to
be hanging
those.
onto those.
Yeah.
We're attached together, but one of us should be attached to the bridge somehow.
We're all still tied together.
Hands
So.
is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we could also tie the person
But
at
you're
the
not
back
strong.
to the post as well. So if this bridge does
Oh.
fall out,
Yeah.
at least one of us is tied to the post.
I would like to suggest we could cross one at a time. Because we can just like feel our way across the bridge with the ropes, right? So theoretically, it'll be completely safe
Yeah.
for each of us just to go across.
Yep.
We go one at a time. We can attach each of us to the post.
Yeah. Or to the people on the other side even.
Oh,
we can
like
hold a rope.
All of that.
As you guys are discussing like how to approach this and what to do, you hear this skittering from the darkness behind you.
Oh,
Maybe we
Jesus.
all just go now.
Right, let's all just cross together right now because that thing's getting really, I don't know what it is, but
Let's go.
let's go.
Okay.
Time is of the
I'm
essence.
gonna
Everybody
cross the sides.
roll initiative.
Oh, Jesus. 11.
10.
20. Ooh.
You guys have rolled initiative. You're in initiative order. Bradicus, your prepared action was to take one of those if you heard anything close in the dark.
I've got one tucked under my lip, and if I hear anything rushing towards us, that boy's going down.
So you hear the harsh sound of legs on rock about 10 meters in the dark behind you. You pop that bad boy.
Yeah, straight in.
Top of the order is Silkenweb.
We're going across this bridge.
So you start to make your way across the bridge. Now, are you? How are you doing that? Are you holding it with one hand and then holding the rope, or are you holding it with two hands? You shining it at the planks at the bottom. You shining it at the rope. How are you approaching this?
I think the biggest problem at the moment is that there's just not a plank, and you tumble.
If there's not.
Yeah. So keeping the light low, identifying if there's missing planks, and being able to
It's
step
probably
over
better,
them.
yeah. Because we can still go, oh, and step double. Yeah.
Whereas if the whole bridge collapses, it's fine because I can just catch us all with a featherfall.
Yeah, because I have to tell you guys to do the double step too. It's not like...
Yeah, you would
we're
have to
on
let
the
us know
ground.
when
Yeah,
there's one.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So you start moving.
Yep.
You see the planks. You start going across. This bridge starts to shake a little bit, and you keep going. Next up is El Andy. You feel sharp teeth bite into your calf.
Whoa!
That's horrific.
Jesus.
In the complete darkness, you just feel these very, very long, thin, needle-like teeth just sink deep into your calf.
Ah.
Hate that quite a lot.
Alandy!
8 piercing damage.
Ah. I'd like to take a reaction and I want to hellish rebuke this.
Hell yeah.
this
Nice.
Hellish Rebuke is great.
One reaction, which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see.
Oh,
So I'm going to go ahead and cast this. I guess I can't.
El Andy, you cannot see.
Well,
That's so rough.
what was that? Oh, ow,
You
ow.
go to point at this thing to ignite it in flame, and all that happens is there is a mild ripple of darkness. And you think to yourself for a second that perhaps not being able to cast it saved you from generating some light.
Oh, okay.
I cast light on my
That is the end of the thing's turn.
The vague thing with long needle-like teeth.
El Andy, these teeth are still in your calf. If you would like to detach it from you, you will need to make an athletics check to pry this creature's jaws open.
I think it's time for me to give up. Just lie down, accept my death. Athletics check, huh?
Lie down and die.
I'm trying to think of.
Maybe just take it with us until we get to the other side, and then we can
I'm
bash the shit out of it.
I'm
while it's
hurt
attached
really
to your leg.
badly.
Oh, really?
Okay, I have a question. So
Yes.
I can only cast spells to do with like being able to see things, basically, like most of my spells. But I can see the planks in front of Silkenweb ahead
Yeah.
of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and would you say that's 30 feet away or less?
Yes, definitely.
All right. then I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Nice.
Ooh,
I-
that's good.
I do have an action that I can take first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Awesome.
it's a bonus action.
I'll say Misty Step will completely negate the fact that this thing is biting into. Like, you won't take it with you.
All right.
Nice.
In that case, I might just try and blast it with an Eldritch Blast
Nice.
at point blank range in
I'll
the
say,
dark.
Yeah, disadvantage. 'cause
Okay.
You can't see it.
And then I'm going to teleport away. But all right.
Wazoom.
Oh, bloody. Oh, what the heck is it? Oh, get me out of here. I got a 12. Eldritch Blast.
Nice. 12 does hit. Roll your damage.
Huge.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow. I did 11 force damage to it.
You feel this thing splatter against the rock.
Oh, it's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't need to teleport then, I guess. Oh.
Are you okay, Andy?
If it's dead, yeah, maybe just don't teleport.
Okay, I'm going to...
As you
Yeah.
feel this thing splatter off of you, there's this burst of energy that you can feel from your Eldritch Blast. And there's this small, like, ringing off of the rocks, and you hear more skittering in the darkness.
From
deep
behind us.
From behind you. And then again from further deep behind you. And then again from somewhere else.
Is it all from behind us?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The opposite direction to the rope bridge. You still have your movement and you still have your bonus action. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, I'm going to frantically kind of on the rope bridge move, and then if I bump into Bradicus, I'm just going to go in front of him.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you do bump into Bradicus.
Bradicus, let's just swap places for a second.
Why?
I'll be-
I heard you scream out and then something splattered against the rocks.
Everything's fine. I'm just gonna.
You bump.
Why do you want to go?
You
I just
bump
need to go
Bradicus.
first. I just need to go before you. Okay.
Bradicus, roll a dexterity saving throw.
No, don't.
Oh, that's good. That's going to be a 22.
Oh,
Ooh.
You Melandi bumps you, and you can't see, like, you can't see anything. You can vaguely see this little patch of light off in the middle of where you know this ravine is, and you feel yourself bumped in that sort of direction, but not on the rope bridge. And you feel your toes like grip through your like jandals, like the
jandals.
side of this ravine, and you, as you like
I teeter.
yeah.
And yeah, I'm about to go forwards, but I kind of stick my ass out, shift my center of gravity, come back away from the ledge.
Nice. Yeah. It's just like an ollie.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really good at these.
Yeah. That is your turn, Brad.
Sick. I'm going to do two things on my turn.
Nice.
Thing numero uno.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to run across the bridge.
Okay.
I am going to, move my full 30 feet. So I'm going to probably get to about where these guys are, right?
Yep.
As my second thing, I am going to cast Levitate.
Okay.
And I'm going to ascend 20 feet into the air.
Nice.
And I wish to be dragged across like a balloon.
Perfect.
Your wish
I will
is
say-
granted.
Yeah, I'll say like with a bit of momentum,
Bradicus, away!
you run. I'd say you
I'm
guys.
going to try like running jump it and then just kind of...
Yeah.
I just love when we hear like your footsteps like poof poof poof. It's gone.
And of course, Bradicus saying,
Bradicus, away!
You guys are probably more like 15 feet. You guys are moving like really
that's
slowly.
True. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, Bradicus, you leap up into the air and then just float like a balloon. Just it's
Because I'm assuming I'm still attached to these two.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a trippy experience because it's almost like you're in a sensory deprivation
Oh my
tank.
god, yeah, weightlessness in the complete darkness.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Bradicus is thrilled.
Nice.
Wow. I'm just going to relax.
Your mind is sort of generating like vague colors and shapes in the darkness.
Wow, floating in space.
Yeah.
With a single
good
point
thinking
of
time.
light. I'm going to cast my mind back. Whoa.
Your mind drifts back, as you often find it doing, to that necromancer that you met at the university and who revived you after.
I remember the point of light. I remember the darkness.
Yeah.
And then being pulled back.
Yeah, you do remember that. And you think that's kind of strange because, I mean, you didn't really go to any classes, but
No.
but you don't remember anybody else going to any sort of like healing classes or like healing school.
I thought the healing teacher left.
And
After that epic prank.
devastating prank.
We pranked him into retirement.
He was 27.
So, Bradicus is being towed like a balloon. Silkenweb, it's back to your turn. You continue making your way across the bridge,
Yes.
boosted on by the motivation from hearing the skittering in the background.
Oh, yes.
You continue to crawl along this bridge, holding the light, seeing the planks. After a certain point, there is no plank.
Plankless.
Is there rock?
No.
Oh,
There is
no.
only darkness. The rope continues.
Don't worry, I can cast light.
No, Bradicus.
Bradicus.
Can you tow us? That's not how this works. You don't have any mass right now, I don't think.
No, I have mass. I'm being upheld by the power of magic. But I think I can only carry one creature's worth. Let me check.
500 pounds is my maximum weight. So,
Is that still one?
assuming Bradicus is probably around 100 pounds. Because he's a frail man. I might be able to pick one of yous up. But I doubt I would be able to carry both of you in all of the gear.
You can't create
and you
momentum,
jump?
can you?
No. Yeah, I can only go straight up or straight down.
Yeah.
So if I pick you all up, we're just going to be dangling there until the spell runs out. I mean, I could technically just keep going up, and if we find a roof, then we can pull ourselves across.
Do we know
But-
that we actually are in a cave?
Yeah, well, this is an
I remember you
assumption.
saying we walked into an abyss, but I just thought it
We
kind
were
of went from
underground.
light to
We've been
dark.
underground this whole time.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I
you guys
assume
are,
at some point there will be a roof. The question is how far up, because it might take most of the spell to get up
Look, we
there.
didn't try and throw a rock up, okay?
you
We
guys
didn't
are
do that.
you guys are unbelievably deep underground.
Yeah.
You could theoretically be in a cavern that is
Miles tall.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I get you. We are
So
flying blind.
you can't see the plank in front of this one, but there could be a plank just beyond that. It could just be one plank missing, or it could be 10, or it could be that the bridge just
could.
Oh, I
bends.
thought you just said there were two.
So I could. Here's. I'm gonna come out of my daze, my like spiritual, spacey adventure. I'm gonna look down.
There is an option. I could, on my turn, lift one of you slightly off the ground. They could then use the rope to pull themselves until there's a plank to place themselves on. And then I may be able to do the same with the second person.
Who's holding the light?
You
But we can't pull along if we're holding the light.
have to do it one-handed. One hand on the light, one hand on the rope.
I'll say I think that would work.
Yes,
I
that
would
sounds plausible.
I would let you try that.
Yeah, yeah.
We would have to wait until my turn, which does give the skitterers a chance to get to us.
What if LND held the light while I shot into the darkness with my bow and arrow?
Blind firing. Alandi, are you up to the task?
I can hold a light.
The fuck up.
What? What'd you say, mate?
Nothing.
Balloon
Mate.
scrap.
Was that my dad who said that? Father?
This is just a voice echoing out from the darkness.
The fuck up.
So yeah,
I think that's going to be the strat. I think what we're going to try and do is you would prepare your action that when you're lifted off the planks to make a dash action by pulling yourself across. And my turn is going to be to use the rope attached between us to lift Silkenweb off of the planks and allow her to pull herself across.
cool. I like this plan. So
Sweet.
you swap the light.
Must have been the tactical tic-tac I had.
Here.
I've become
Oh, Andy,
a mastermind.
you hold the light. I'm gonna fire into the dark.
Oh, we'll grab onto it.
Maybe come over here next to me so I don't shoot you.
Okay. Well, here I am.
Do I have to roll anything for this?
Firing completely into the dark, it's going to be less of an attack roll and more of just a luck check to see if you'll hit something. Because this is like a massive area. This isn't like fighting something that's invisible where you kind of vaguely know it's attacking you. This is random creatures that you theoretically know are in this big dark area. It's kind of, I guess, more of like suppressive fire. Give me a luck roll. See if you hit something.
Just like a d20. No,
a D20.
not adding anything. Just seeing how it lands.
That is a natural 1.
Natural.
Hey, oh,
Yeah.
Natural 1. You can't hit either of these guys because they're behind you. So that's lucky, because if they were in front of you, definitely probably would have hit one of them. The arrow, you just hear it scattering off against the rocks somewhere. And you hear more skittering.
The skittering. It must have just been the arrow.
Yeah.
let's hope so, Bradicus.
Have faith in me, your divine voice from the darkness.
That's actually surprisingly comforting. Thank you, Bradicus. I
Yes.
appreciate that. Yep.
As long as my spell lasts for the next minute or so, I'm completely safe.
Next up on the initiative order are the things. You hear them sprinting in your direction, and you hear the skittering get very close to that rope bridge. That is Andy, your turn. What would you like? You crawling?
Jesus. Huh?
Sorry, no, you're not crawling. It's
I'm limping.
you're
Oh,
being pulled up and
the rope?
pulling yourself across the rope.
I think
We need to
isn't
wait until
Silkenweb
my
doing that?
turn before I can lift people up.
Okay.
Because at the moment I am just hovering in such a way that I'm attached to the ground by these guys, by virtue of these guys.
You're readying yourself to do that when you get lifted up.
Yeah.
Next is Bradicus's turn.
So this is the choice. Whomst do I lift?
You're lifting
Because
Andy,
I could
right?
lift Andy and get him to safety, which
Yeah.
would leave you vulnerable.
But we're tied together with a rope. So,
That's true.
yeah. And
Okay.
as much as I hate to abandon you, Silkenweb, you are much better at surviving than I am. You've got a shield and also shield.
This is true. And just a little bit more vivacity.
Yeah.
What's the other word for that? Life.
In that case,
Just a
then.
bit more life than you are, Andy, my old man.
I mean,
Andy,
it's hurtful, but yeah. Yep.
rise!
Oh,
I'm going to levitate up and pull Andy off the ground.
You feel your back crack and pop as the rope digs into your spine.
This sucks!
it's like a crotch harness for me.
Yeah.
Just like,
You're like, oh, I
Lift it
feel
up.
so supported.
nicely. Oh.
And Andy, do you pull yourself across? You
Yep.
got one hand tightly on the orb.
Yep, I'm
One
holding it
hand.
like a rugby ball.
Nice.
And then I'm pulling myself across.
Cool.
Yeah.
You pull yourself across. There's only one plank missing.
Oh, okay.
So you get to the next plank, and you can see a few planks ahead. You still got some movement. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, I'll just keep going forward.
Yeah, I mean, while I'm keeping you hovered above
I like the
ground.
floating, yeah.
Yeah,
And I'll yell back to Silkenweb, there's only one plank missing
Nice.
Just walk.
so far.
You then come to another point where there is a missing plank.
Oh,
If you have the movement, keep going.
here's another one. I'll keep going.
You keep going, and you go a little bit into the abyss. It seems at least a few planks missing.
Whoa,
This gap.
so many planks missing. That's going to be tough.
That's the end of your guys' turn. Back to Silkenweb. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I've just been following on, right?
You can definitely just leap one plank.
I know,
'cause
so
you know
I'm just
that's
following,
fine.
like, because I've got. Do I have the ability to see what you're holding the light to from?
Yes,
With
but
the separation between
I
us?
passed through an area, and then once I've moved on, you can't see what was there anymore.
Right,
Yeah.
so I kind of have to be like, okay, like
Yeah.
plank, 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 no plank,
You
like
have
that.
to kind of
You kind
remember.
of have to remember.
Yeah.
You would have had to have been clocking as he moves past the gap how big it is, but he also said that it's just one, so you
Yeah.
can
You know that a decent stride would take
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
across.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
And if
So-
you fall,
You're going to die.
Alandi's holding onto the rope.
No, yeah, you're attached to a bow rope
So
to
you would
Bradicus.
have to hold
mean,
your
I'm
own
not
weight,
holding-
and then I would be taking
Yeah.
her weight instead.
We'll be
but
fine.
Valandi is holding the
Yeah.
ropage with one hand and the light with one hand, and I'm holding nothing. Then I can hold the rope
Yes.
with both hands.
That's
so
true.
that's not a worry,
That's a good
right?
point. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
and I
you're-
can maybe
you're
do
fine.
that thing
You're
like you
chill.
like sort of push down and like whoop whoop, you know,
Yeah.
alley oop as it were. So yes,
Yo, guys, I think we're doing pretty well.
So you go to step over this. Give me an acrobatics check. This is a very, very, very low DC. You just need to not roll a nat 1.
I think you have do advantage.
I do. That would have been 15.
15, nice. You just step over it. There's a second as you're stepping where you're like expecting to potentially just have mistimed it and just put your foot into the abyss because you can't see anything. But it finds the plank and you continue onwards.
Was that just was that a single or the multi?
That was just the single.
Oh, that's just
That's
the
just
single.
the single. Yeah. You continue on until you get to just behind El Andy, around where you know there's like a bigger gap.
Yeah.
That is the things. One of them is going to.
Boom, boom.
Hopefully they can't see in the dark either.
Well,
We can only hope.
you hear this skittering, Silkenweb.
Uh-oh.
You feel needles just jabbing into your ankle.
You could cast shield if you wanted.
You could cast
Have
shield.
So what shield
Yeah.
does is it increases your armor class by 5.
5, yeah.
So it'll bring your armor class up to 21. Now you don't know whether 21 is enough.
No, I don't. And then I've lost shield.
It's up to you. Do you reckon you could take the damage?
Yeah.
You do? You're
Yeah.
just gonna leave it? Save the shield for later?
Long, thin teeth sink into your calf. They go deep enough that you can feel fleshy gum against your skin. 6 points of piercing damage.
Alright, not too bad. Not too bad.
And this thing is clamped onto your leg.
Oh, that's
less ideal. That's less ideal.
Uh,
All right.
We'll get across the bridge and then we'll murder the fuck out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
that
This thing, oh, it's so pointy and wet.
I think that might be your blood.
Ah!
El Andy, your turn.
Is it my turn? Oh.
Yeah.
Um,
You want to keep shimmying?
I'll keep shimmying. Yeah.
Nice. You keep shimmying,
Well, watch out for those planks there.
and
How many planks is it missing?
it is about 6 planks.
Whoa.
6 plank gap.
A decent
Big
jump.
Yeah.
But you get across, and you reach the other side. You see, with the orb, you see like rock.
You know what that means. Cut the bridge.
All right.
Because, oh no, but then we can't get back. No, never mind.
Yes, that's true.
I'm
And
going
also, I'm
to.
still on the bridge.
Oh, but these things are just going to follow us.
So I'm going to set the orb down on the ground.
Okay.
like a little bit ahead.
Okay.
And
Don't kick it.
then I'm gonna turn around
Uh-huh.
and grab the rope that's attached to wait, I guess mine's attached to Bradicus, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
But but you could pull me across and I can then levitate her across instead.
Alright, so I'll grab that rope that's attached to Bradicus and I'll say, alright, I'm gonna yank on this rope really hard on the count of 3 and pull you guys across.
How close to the light are you standing?
I set it down like, I don't know, like a couple feet in front of me.
Couple feet?
For New Zealanders, 6.67 meters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, Andy, I think Silkenweb has something attached to her leg. She screamed out in pain, so there might be some writhing when we get to the other side.
All right. I'm ready to deal with it.
Okay.
Yank. I'll yank.
Okay, so you're yanking in the
Bradicus.
direction of where the light is?
I'll do like a. Well, when you put it like that, you make me sound stupid.
Yank it in any direction because this thing lasts, but my levitate lasts 10 minutes. So
Yeah. I'll pull Bradicus like
Do it as safely
over my
as
head like a kite, trying to swing him like over me,
Okay.
and then once I've done that, I'll go pick the light back up.
Okay, nice. I'll say that you are able to pull Bradicus over. Bradicus doesn't weigh too much. And Bradicus, I'll say that you are able to
yeah, on my turn, I just want to levitate up a little bit.
Yeah.
Pick Silkenweb off the bridge,
nice.
and let Elandy's pull yank kind of drift her over.
Nice. You guys all land on the other side of this bridge. You touch firm rock in the complete darkness. You see this tiny little light just in this dark void. And
Thank God you've got nothing.
Silkenweb, you feel these teeth sinking deeper and deeper into your calf.
Oh.
How does this thing react to the light?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna shine the light over it.
Be careful.
I want to get a look at this.
You
thing.
go to move the light, and all you see is a split second of a flash of these very long needle-like teeth and this blur because it jumps off of your calf and makes a dive for the jar. And you just see a flash. Roll a, you're the one holding, you are the current bearer of the light.
Yeah.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
All right, so I'll just
This,
say.
I think, is going to be what we like to call a portent intervention.
I think you might be right.
There's no way I'm fast enough to yank. I've got the reaction speed of nothing.
Tree.
So this is still just replacing a dice roll.
Okay.
So it just means that I can give you a dice roll of a 12.
Okay. Which is better than average.
It is better than average.
Yeah.
Do you think that is enough what is your dexterity modifier?
I get a +1.
You get a +1, so it would be 13.
That's like the standard DC for things.
Yeah. I think
This thing isn't
13's
unnaturally fast, I assume. I hope.
Yeah,
I
things
can't
look different in the dark.
I can't offer much better, unfortunately. The choice is we risk it for a higher result, or we take the above average guarantee.
Oh gosh.
For the
What a
listeners, Zed is
choice.
loving this.
You know, I will.
Split second decision, portent or nah?
No, I think we're gonna roll for
Oh.
it. Yeah.
No, I'm
Really?
forcing it.
Go
I'm
for it.
forcing it through. I'm
Take
forcing
it.
it through.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You're
make
the responsible one.
Yeah, if you roll, there's a good chance that you would roll below a 12 anyway.
Yeah.
So this is an advantage regardless.
Yeah.
This is an advantage result. So I'm going to, in that moment, in my staring out into the void, I see a portent of the future, and I'm going to attempt to intervene.
Elandy, can I get what you would have rolled?
What I would have rolled.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hate that. Oh, it would have been a 3.
In the crushing abyss, you see a future of you in complete darkness. You shout out
bad.
to Elandy.
It's
Elandy
bad.
jerks the jar back at the last moment. All you see is a flash of teeth and then hear skittering on the ground. That's enough to pass.
Oh, phew.
Whoa.
That was the right call to use the portent, because that would have been really bad if
Could
you
you imagine
the light.
when you went to roll for it, it was a 3.
So it's now on the ground around you guys. Elandy's holding the jar. Bradicus is floating
Try
in the air.
and kill it.
Silkenweb,
if you can.
you
if you
can-
can reach it, try and kill it. But you are not touching the ground.
In the void,
Yeah.
weightless.
I do have.
You can just make an attack with disadvantage.
Just hope.
Do it.
Hope
An 18.
is the lowest.
Yeah.
Nice. 18 hits. Roll your damage.
Boy. 5.
5 is just enough to kill it.
Oh,
Yay! Oh.
So you hear it skittering on the ground, and you skewer this thing into the rock.
Take that, you little bastard.
Well, that was horrific.
I'm sorry, it really hurt, you know.
Thank God we just dropped the light, huh?
wow.
Right. Landy, you still got that light.
Yeah, I guess my reaction speeds are better than I thought, because
It must be the elf blood.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was always really good at sports, so it's probably a little bit of that.
I kind of want to see what these things look like.
Yeah.
I'm
are we
gonna
out of
lower everyone down. We're all gonna lower
Yeah,
nice.
we could take
Are
it with
we
us,
out
the
of
dead one, if we want.
initiative? Have the skitterers...
Yeah, you guys are
Okay.
out of initiative now.
Nice.
Shine the light on this.
Yeah, let's
thing's
have a look.
corpse.
Let's get a good look at this sucker.
Yeah, you see this small creature with no eyes, massive jaw with
Is it-
long needle-like teeth.
like
Oh.
mammalian or like insectoid.
It's insectoid.
It's
It's
insectoid.
like a anglerfish with tiny little muscular legs.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
like that.
And
So-
some sort
an
of sensor.
insectoid anglerfish.
Some sort of sensor for light.
It doesn't look like it has
It might
eyes.
just be like, really
No,
good
it
at
doesn't have to be
listening,
eyes,
maybe.
but
Yeah.
It's got a massive jaw. I think maybe it's just sad about all his
maybe
brothers.
it can taste light. If it eats light, maybe it can taste light. What? So it's crying.
Maybe I think it got plastic surgery after maybe tripping and hitting a fountain in its home.
Oh my god! Did this thing have a name? And was it Zac Efron?
Zac Efron.
Really you're really demystifying the cool
Sorry.
shapeless monster.
Sorry, as soon as I heard,
Wow, Kim.
as soon as I heard massive jaw, I was just
First
couldn't stop thinking of Zac Efron.
Oh my god, it looks just like Zac Efron.
It's uncanny.
I want to take the dead Zac Efron fish bug.
I mean, you can take it
think
if
you
you
should.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
do
gonna
it.
I'm gonna put that in a jar too.
It twitches a bit as you pick it up.
Oh,
Ugh.
gross.
You should sell it to Big.
I should reanimate it.
No, don't do that.
You can
would love it.
Can you reanimate things?
No.
Okay.
Good.
But I knew people that could.
Oh,
And
Okay.
maybe one day, I too can raise the dead.
I don't know about all that necromancy stuff.
Also, do you think that's something that eats light? Raised back to life, above the ground, could be problematic.
Oh,
No.
maybe it's like
Okay.
being transported to heaven for it. It would just be like, wow, what a buffet.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would be doing it a great service
Yeah. It'd be like, oh, yum, yum, yum.
by
And it
bringing
might
it
grow.
back to life upon the surface.
Yeah. That's like if I was to revive in a big place full of pastries, you know. Oh,
What a dream.
yeah.
I could only wish of such an eventuality.
Or if I was to
Unfortunately,
revive.
when I die, I'll be used as a tax slave.
You will?
Yes.
Wait,
My
why is
parents
that?
before me.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Oh, yes.
What is? Why
Don't
is
you
that?
remember?
It's
Oh.
important. The dead are an integral part to the bureaucratic system.
Is it to pay off your student loans?
Yes.
Okay. I thought so.
And I have accrued many.
Right.
My student loan is absurd.
Oh,
And what's scarier than that when you think about it?
It's true.
So you guys continue on into the darkness,
80 years at university will do that.
thinking of the horrors of your student
The
loan.
student debt crisis.
Yeah. And you press on, continuing to hold the light against the rock. you find yourself coming to some upward inclines. You have to make some steps, and it's a little tricky, but it's not too bad.
Are we back to being all on the ground and we've got the staff and
Yeah,
stuff?
you guys are all on the ground. It's sort of the
Routine.
same system that you had before the bridge. And you continue going, following these bees into the darkness. All of a sudden, the crushing darkness is replaced by the seemingly blinding light from your light cantrip on your sunglasses. As it blasts ahead, you are suddenly in regular darkness, face to face with the barred teeth of an enormous hound.
Wow.
Is there something out there I can't see? It's so bright.
Oh.
I smell dog.
And that is where we will end
Oh.
this session. Well, thus ends that session.
Wow.
Wow.
Good stuff, guys. Good job getting through the
I'm
the
glad
bridge.
we saw our way through that one.
Oh, yes, dude.
Oh,
Very
still
good.
got it.
Very good.
Yes, of course.
That was a bit of it was an interesting sesh. It was a tense sesh, although
Yeah.
not a lot happened, but a lot
Felt on the
could
edge
have
of my seat
happened.
there.
Yeah.
There were a
There's
lot of
room
times where I
there.
was like, this could go really
Oh, yeah.
poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Foley ability on that has so much potential. You know, the
Yeah.
Yeah, for
dramatic
sure.
music. Oof.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to editing that one for sure.
I am so glad I intervened in
Yeah, that-
you
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
trying to force a
That
roll.
would have been tragic.
Genuinely,
been
that
tragic.
would have been like would have changed things into a very dire situation.
I
Yeah.
thought it would be close, a 13 though.
yeah,
A 13 would probably be the cusp of that DC check.
yeah. It wasn't a high check, but it was like all of these checks were like low DCs with very high
High risk,
consequences.
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah,
Incredible.
fun. Everybody listening, please,
Kiss your dads good night.
kiss your dads goodnight.
Absolutely. Kiss your dads goodnight.
Kiss your dads goodnight, and as you're tucking them in, say, "Did you rate Deadbeat Dungeons and Dragons 5 stars? If you didn't, then you better. Here's your fun, Dad.
You gotta steal your nose if you don't.
I gotta do your nose. Oh, I got your nose. I'll give it back if you rate them 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to
Yeah.
yeah.
And rate the show 5 stars on
Absolutely.
Spotify. Write us a review on iTunes if you can, please.
Zed will cry if you don't.
I will cry. I have cried, and I will continue to cry.
He never stops. Well, no, the only time he stops is when he DMs this beautiful, beautiful game.
That's true. And the rest of the time, I'm crying and I'm committing petty crimes.
Criming
Yeah.
and crying.
Yeah, like
Crying and criming.
yeah, really small
Wow.
ones.
tiny
Tiny
crimes.
crimes. Like I'll punch like a 2-year-old right in
That's.
the face.
I feel like that's not a tiny crime.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's like little tiny because they're small.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think assault is bad.
I thought the crime was like not as bad the more vulnerable the person.
No, they changed stuff in the laws here. Remember, you can't
Yeah.
actually physically assault
I think
children.
they changed that.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe.
They fixed that.
They made an edit.
Yeah, they
Version
edited
2
that.
of the law.
Oh shit!
they can't change
Wow.
that,
But you
can
know
they?
what? You can still fine a landlord in Wellington if they do not have adequate lodgings for your
Yeah.
horse.
There
So,
you
Nice.
go.
Well,
You know what?
The law has not
Landlords
been
suck.
fully updated.
I'd recommend rating it anyway.
Yeah.
And also on Spotify, you there's like little questions where you can be like, it'll be like, what do you think of this episode? So I'll be writing like really funny goofs in there. So it'll be like, who do you think's the most friggin' daddy of this episode? And then you'll be like cracking up so much you won't even be able to write it
right now.
That sounds funny.
Yeah. But
Don't
yeah.
cry yet. Wait until the session's
Okay,
over.
we gotta
at least.
finish the episode then. We gotta say goodnight to all the dads out there.
Say goodnight to the dads.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
Dad.
dads. Wow.
That was a Bass Jump Comedy original. It's cooked.